Hey guys, Steve Tony here, and I am back with a new video. And for this one, I wanted to show you all my small but still very cool Tex Avery collection. Now, for those who probably haven't heard of his name as of yet, Tex Avery was a part of the golden age of animation. He worked with the likes of Hanna Barbera for a time. He did stuff for MGM. Yeah, like he was one of the early pioneers, and he was primarily known for his screwball comedies, and just did a wide variety of different things with it, was very cool in many of them. And yeah, I actually like his stuff probably even more than the Looney Tunes and Disney combined. Like I loved what he did as an animator. His stuff is just very funny, very colorful, full. Yeah. What set him apart from many of his contemporaries, like Chuck Jones and Friz Freeling and a few of the other guys, is that he was a bit riskier in his um, animation, and I'll actually show you how I mean now. This is Tex Avery Volume 1. And oh yeah, he was also the originator and co-creator of Droopy Dog. And and yeah, so as you can see by the cover here, he was not afraid of being a little, more like risque, slightly more, sexy, in places. But generally, like he did your typical screwball style stories. Yeah, he's primarily known for being Droopy Dog's original animator. Yeah, and I believe his creator as well. So, but like he did a slew of like other ones, and I grew up on his stuff as much as I grew up on Disney and the Looney Tunes, and I always did favor his stuff, and I don't know why. Why, I mean, I know his stuff could be seen as some, as a bit more adult in certain ones, but I mean, like that stuff like flies over your head as a kid. I mean, like animators have been doing it for eons, and eons. Like even now, like some animators are still kind of able to get away with it, But like he was a little less subtle though about it. Avery, I think. But again, like that was, part of his charm. Yeah, and this one includes some of my favorites here. Red Hot Riding Hood, Who Killed Who, which is a great parody of film noir and murder mystery stories. Yeah, let's see. There's a few Droopies on here as well. Yeah, yeah. Like I've always loved Tex. I've always enjoyed his stuff and stuff. And for like me, like his stuff is great. I don't really know why you know people try to say like that like his stuff is more for adults. You know, when it's pretty broad. And it's like and it's being shown. Shown. I mean, there was plenty of stuff that went over my head as a kid. Although I admit I did get a little bit, a bit of the adult stuff. Growing up. Yeah, but the droopy ones, I think, are very much for kids. It's not anything overtly, you know, strange or anything. These were, all in fun. Not meant to be seen as anything less. But I enjoy it, a lot. Yeah, and what's cool is that for a while, Pinto Kig worked with Avery as well, and for anyone who's kind of scratching their heads on who Pinto Kig is, uh, Pinto Kig was the voice of Goofy for Disney, and yes, Pinto Kig is his given name. In the late 30s, early 40s, he had a falling out with Disney. Kig, I believe, was overpay or the material being shown to him, but he and Disney had this huge fight, and he walked away, and he ended up doing a few voices for the Avery cartoons. In fact, one of the ones he did was Little Rural Riding Hood, Hood. I mean, where he plays a goofy esque style character who's who's getting a tour of the big city from his snobbish cousin, and of course Red Hot Riding Hood shows up and woo stuff happens. Boy, it's funny. Yeah. Uh, uh, yeah. So part of Avery's fame was walking with Colvig during his brief departure from Disney. And yeah, and yeah, there's a few more, droopies on here too. Yeah. Oh yeah, the cat who hated people is a really good one. Whoever the voice actor was, did a great Jimmy Durante impersonation of this cat who was sick and tired, of people kicking him, throwing him all over the place or whatever, and he ends up getting this pretty, interesting epiphany, yeah, and yeah, I think that one might be on YouTube. I'm not too sure, I'm not sure if any of his stuff is on YouTube, actually, but if but there's, plenty of his shorts, that are very good. I'm just, showing off the, highlights here. All right, let's see if there's any other ones I missed out on. Droopy's Double Trouble. Yeah, that one is when his lookalike strongman cousin comes to visit, and Spike the dog can't tell him apart, and he thinks like Droopy's beating him up, like when in like when in fact like it's his tough man cousin. Oh man, like just like good stuff. Okay, and here is a volume 3. This was the like last volume, I think. I don't know if they're putting out any more or if they did in fact put out all of his shorts. I mean, as of yet. This isn't as good as the first two sets, but there's still some good ones in here. There's one about an escaped convict dog who hides out in a hollowed out TV set, which ends up being taken to the warden's house, and he has to, and he has to, act out all these, TV shows, movies, sports, stuff or whatever. So like like Warden, doesn't get wise that he's actually fled jail. Like, oh man, like that is some of the like funniest stuff I've ever seen, and a real a highlight, a highlight of it. Huh. Oh man, let's see. I think the Droopy one where he's a deputy and foiling like these two inmates, attempts to break out. I think that one's on here or on or on set 2 too. But yeah, there like we are. Yeah. Like so like that set it was still really good. I think some of the absolute best are on the first 2, but there's still a couple on here that I really like, and I like the, and this is all of the Avery sets. In fact, both Red Hot Riding Hood and Who Killed Who got onto the like 50 greatest cartoon book that I showed off in my Christmas update. I just I really enjoy his humor, Avery. I think he's I think he's a laugh out loud riot. And I think he's kind of a somewhat forgotten figure, in animation. I think because his humor kind of tended to be a little more on the adult and because he was willing to do more like rescue stuff, like the then Friz Freeling, Chuck Jones, and a few other animators of the time. I do honestly think because he was more of a risk taker, it kind of it kind of made him a little more of a scapegoat, if you will, you know, oh no, no, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I mean, I think his risks kind of led him to be sort of snobbishly overlooked by certain people. But folks, I'm telling you, seek out his material. He is a funny guy. That and believe me, the droopy ones you can show like in your kids. Like there might be a few a few legitimate cringes here and there. I mean, like some of I mean, some humor from the like 40s and 50s, hasn't aged well for sure, but who cares? I mean, I mean, if it's all down to just personal taste, then okay, that isn't really any issue, but I seriously do recommend giving him a chance. He's a really cool animator. His stuff is worth watching. And he is a very huge part of the animation world that in like my opinion, kind of gets I like the brush off, or the tossed aside act. Really, folks, check out his stuff. It's totally worth it. Yep, and that'll do it for this video. Thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. And if you haven't already, and I would like to, please hit that subscribe button and the bell notification button to see more content like this. Please leave a like and please leave a comment. Have you heard of Tex Avery before? Have you seen any of his shorts? Which ones were you a fan of? Which weren't your cup of tea? Are you a Droopy fan? Are you another kind of fan? Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, just be like, respectful, in the comments, folks, please, so yeah, again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye.